Clipped wings, I was a broken thing. Had a voice, but I could not sing. You would want me down. I struggled on the ground. Oh, so lost the line. Have been crossed. Had a voice, but I could not talk. You held me down. I struggle to fly now. Oh, but there's a scream inside that we are tried out. We hold on so tight, but I don't wanna die. No, I don't wanna die. I don't wanna die. Yeah. And I don't care if I sing off key. I found myself in my melodies. I sing for love. I sing for me. I shout it out like a bird set free. No, I don't care if I sing off key. I found myself in my melodies. I sing for love. I sing for me. I shout it out like a bird set free. I shout it out like a bird set
Thanks! Attention! Amazing Grace!
Hello. So, this is Zali. Look at her. What do you think of her? Do you like her? What do you think is going on in her head right now? Zali is 13. She's the youngest one here. She likes reading books, however, she's quite a loud person.
I am passionate. There is a difference. This is Miranda. She's 15. Miranda is a triangle of anger, books, blueness, musicals, and more anger.
Why did you say anger twice? I don't get it.
This is a play about us. It's about our brains, and it's about you. This is Matilda. She's 14 years old. She's a total weirdo, but she loves it. She also has a dog named Humphrey.
Yo, hey, hi. Okay, I'm pretty weird. 20 years ago, scientists thought that the teenage brain was the same as adult brains, but like really rubbish versions of them. Scientists also thought that teenagers were just rubbish adults. Most people thought teenagers were just crap adults. In fact, most people still do. This is Alex. She loves her cat and is often plagued with worry over how the world works, frequently annoying her friends with their existential crisis.
Hey, I don't annoy you guys that much. Wait, do I? Wait, what even is life? So then scientists started using these machines called MRI machines to scan people's brains, and they learned so much about them. And they learned that teenagers aren't just crap adults. Our brains are different from adult brains, and that's okay. That's a good thing. They're meant to be like that. This is Lara. She's 16, she loves acting, and is obsessed with doing TikToks.
I really am obsessed with TikTok. This is Imogen. She's 15. Her favourite font is E.B. Garamond.
Anyone who says otherwise is on the same level as Comic Sans. And so scientists now know that teenage brains are different for a reason. But if you go and ask teachers or bus drivers or parents or politicians or the security guards that follow us around at the shops, I bet they don't know. We know. And we think you should know. This is Audrey. She's 13. She's hopeless at maths, but somewhat good at drama.
Hopeless is a strong word. Correct in this case, but still a strong word. This is Ishbel. She's 15, and yes, she knows she's got a nice Celtic name. Her family's Scottish.
It's also phonetic. In Audrey's brain right now, there are 86 billion neurons. A neuron is a cell that sends information. In your brain, and your brain, and your brain right now, there are 86 billion neurons. Everyone has 86 billion neurons. Even Audrey.
In Ishbel's brain right now, there are loads of neurons sending information about music. Whenever you do something, or think of something, or look at your phone, or dance to some song that's a bop, whenever you do anything, your neurons get connected up. They get connected up by synapses.
And what scientists know now is that by the time you start puberty, there are some parts of your brain with way too many connections. Loads and loads of synapses. You've grown all these connections. It's called sprouting. And your brain is like really messy. When you become a teenager, you've got more connections in some parts of your brain than you'll ever have again. This is Charlotte. She's 14. Charlotte is a hardcore procrastinator, and as much as she doesn't like to admit it, she is.
I wouldn't say that I procrastinate. I'd just say that I have my priorities in an order that not everyone agrees with. This is Sarah. She's 14. Apparently she wishes that our school was more like an American high school, full of drama. Although I'm not entirely sure she means that one.
Don't you want countless murder mysteries at your school? Look at us. What do you think of us? What do you think we're all thinking about right now? This is Elizabeth Nutt. She's a fabulous mess, a devoted Christian with a need to breathe drama like it's her air.
I mean, what else is there without Jesus and drama? Look at us. Think of all the billions of neurons in your brain. Think of all the connections you're making while you're looking at us. It looks like lightning and it sounds like the fastest typing in the world. Like machine guns. That's Ariel. She's extremely imaginative and loves to smile. Always wondering why there are so many mysteries in the world.
I deeply believe a sweet smile is the best medicine to cure people's pain in the world. Come on, guys. Don't be sad. Smile. Look at us.
Who's your favourite?
Who do you sit next to on the bus?
Who had you been friends with when you were our age?
Who's always in trouble?
Who's in love? Who spent the most time locked away in their rooms?
Look at us.
Look at us.
Imagine you could open a door into our heads and see right inside our brains. Imagine you could see all of the connections we've been sprouting ever since we were born, all lying around like wires and clothes and a whole lot of crap on the floor. It's a mess. A total mess.
Okay, I get it. Science and neurons and whatever. But what about the mind?
Wait, I'm a little bit confused. I thought they were the same thing. I don't really understand. And Alex, hi. Are you kidding me? Let me explain.
There is much speculation about the nature of the mind, its relation to the brain, even doubt that the word mind is meaningful.
Let's say the mind is what the brain does. This is a definition that makes the mind, whatever else, a participant in the whole history and experience of the body.
The mind, like the body, is very much placed in the world. Those who claim to dismiss the mind-body dichotomy actually perpetuate it when they exclude the mind's self-awareness from among the data of human nature.
As proof of the mind, we have only history and civilization, art, science, and philosophy.
History and civilization are an authoritative record the mind has left, is leaving, and will leave.
As long as the human mind exists to impose itself on reality, as it already has done so profoundly, what it is and what we are must remain an open question.
Mind, whatever else it is a constant in everyone's experience, the creator of reality that we live within, that we live by and for.
The elusiveness of the mind is a consequence of its centrality, which is both its potency and its limitation.
Anomalies that plague accident as an explanatory model, the human mind most notably, are no problem at all if it is assumed that accident does not explain us, that we are meant to be human.
Might not the human brain, that most complex object known to exist in the universe, have undergone qualitative change as well? If this is merely another fable, it might at least encourage an imagination of humankind large enough to acknowledge some small fragment of the mystery we are.
What we call the presiding intelligence that orchestrates the decision to speak as a moment requires. What governs inflection that make any utterance unmistakably words of one speaker in this whole language-saturated world?
To say it is the brain is insufficient, overgeneral, implying nothing about nuance and individuation. Much better to call it the mind.
My mind is a waterfall. Although that sounds weird, I swear it makes sense. It appears a peaceful and beautiful sight, but is really dark and destructive. It doesn't stop. That can be a good thing, but I'm not so sure. As my friend said, I swear she wasn't being cruel, you are the waterfall, not the river.
The board game of Scrabble allows you to take on the challenge of unjumbling lots of letters to make lots of different words. My mind is, life is this process of unjumbling situations and looking at them from multiple perspectives to then see what you make of them in the end. My mind is constantly unjumbling words and life's curveballs in a never-ending stream.
My mind is like a kitchen. Sometimes I'm great, and my cookies don't burn. Well, other times it's not so great. In fact, it's on fire, and I can't seem to find the extinguisher.
My mind is like a really badly organized office. Everything is sorted into nifty little files, but there's so much stuff that no one knows where to find anything. Least of all me.
Wading through the crowded mess that is my brain, trying to find the one thing I can't. I always managed to find the thing I needed last week, but never the thing I need now.
We were all sleep deprived in some point in our lives, but for me, my mind is always tired. My mind is running non-stop. I am constantly planning my every move for the future and regretting my every action from my past. My mind doesn't ever stop, and it freaks me out sometimes. It may not ever stop, and I guess that's just how it is.
I think that my mind is green. It's not jealous or anything. Well, maybe it is. It's this strange mix of blue and yellow that sometimes looks amazing and sometimes, well, let's just say I've wasted a few paint cans.
My mind is really quiet. I don't talk to enough people. I sometimes sit by myself if I'm feeling down or I don't know anyone. As a person, I'm quiet, but by text, I'm chatty.
My mind's blurry and things don't really make sense. It's like those Elmos that chase you down in New York City and you're the bamboozled tourist.
My mind has no context. 1 minute I'm thinking about how to make a sandwich, and next, how many bows does Jojo Siwa have?
My mind is spontaneous and fiery, and it doesn't really give me much warning before it does stuff. Seriously, the decision-making part of it really needs to get its act together. Jeez! But it's never boring, I'll give it that.
Whether I should have a cup of bubble tea? Don't even think about it. See, this is my brain. Can't trust it. So annoying. But she's my best friend and always helped me to become a better person.
In order to solve problems, you need science, right? I think in order to solve the problems of today and of the future, you need to look at the past. Take the time to understand humanity. That's where the mind comes in. Our humanity lives in our minds.
You can't explain our minds through electrical impulses. Our minds are not just a series of happy accidents.
Our minds aren't like our messy rooms. No one can tell us to clean it up, except for ourselves.